Loved ones, this video is session 0 for Management 4236. Y'all are the capstone course in the entrepreneurship and innovation emphasis. My expectation is this will be a relatively short video, but the things that I will discuss here with you are things specific to our class. So let me begin. Our last class before the spring break was 12 March. And on that class, all of y'all turned in drafts. My memory is it was industry analysis, industry analysis, market research, and key financial objectives. All drafts were competently done. Everyone earned max points. So I just want you to have that as a sense of comfort. What you did for that draft was precisely what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to reveal your thinking, give me some stuff in a draft form about 3 of the component pieces of a business plan. So well done, and that kind of performance should guide what you do on the rest of the drafts. As far as the remainder of the semester is concerned, this is going to be somewhat non-traditional, but that's not in any way disturbing. If you looked at our syllabus, you'll see that there's no content that remains to be delivered. There are no classes where we would meet and we would talk about chapter 12 or 7 or whatever the case may be. The syllabus sets forth the rest of the classes. Every single class for the remainder of the semester is either designed to be group process for you to work on writing this arduous undertaking, this business plan, or a deliverable day, where if we were on campus, we would meet, you would give me your drafts, and I would respond to any questions or concerns. So, since there will be no video sessions after this, you are relieved from any responsibility of checking in for attendance. What will happen on the prescribed due dates, the dates that exist in the syllabus, you will go to Dropbox and there are folders set up for each of the drafts, and you will literally submit your draft there. Now, the fact that we have no classes remaining was actually purposeful. I mean, that was a design feature of this capstone class. My view is that we had to do all of that lecture and discussion and interaction front-loaded so that you would be equipped to literally start this long and challenging process of writing a business plan. And that is precisely what we've done. So this is not us backpedaling. This is us doing precisely what we intended to do. So there'll be no more class sessions in terms of me making a video presentation to you. I want to talk to you briefly about the final exam. This is the 3rd topic I have in my lecture notes for today. Baileys. There will be no final exam for our capstone class in entrepreneurship. I am waiving it. That is my decision. I may be held accountable for it, but there are 2 reasons for that. The first is, with this tumultuous change, with this adaptation, we, the faculty, have been given a lot of autonomy in terms of altering the tasks that we ask you to do, but there's no pass. Nobody gets an automatic A. Nobody says, oh, you don't have to do that. You'll be held to the same standards of excellence. But I am waiving the final exam for this capstone class. There will be none. I'm doing that for 2 reasons. The first is our semester is actually being compressed by a week. I didn't expect that. The faculty, frankly, since this week was taken out of the schedule, we assumed that the end of semester deadlines would be pushed off a week. We received an email from the university today that says the university is still planning on holding graduation, a virtual graduation, on the dates that were originally scheduled. So it does not appear that the end of the semester is going to be pushed off, but rather that we will adhere to the original schedule. So thing 1 week was stripped away from us in terms of the time allocated for you to do the work. The second thing that's true, and this is a philosophical sort of a thing, I would never have a class like this capstone class do a final if the provost didn't insist on it. Your business plan is a capstone project in its own right. It would stand alone. It requires that you integrate all the knowledge that you've learned, not just in this class, but in the emphasis in E&I. It also will demonstrate your understanding of those concepts. So the business plan captures your knowledge, and for that reason, it will take the place of the final exam. So no final exam for 4236 for the spring semester. I want to mention something about grades. You know that historically what I do is in these face-to-face seminars is I'll grade something and return it to you so you have the actual hard copy and you can retain that or do whatever it is that you wish to do. We don't have that luxury anymore of interaction and that sort of a thing, so I will be creating very soon on Folio, I'll put the gradebook feature operative. It may be a week or 10 days before I have it actually operative, and the reason I say that is I have an awful lot to do in a very short time frame, and I just simply have to prioritize. And having a gradebook active is not something that I have to have done by close of business tomorrow. So I'm on it. It's not in place yet, and I do want to point out something that this is just a reminder. The drafts of the business plan are all graded pass-fail. If you submit them on time and they're reasonably complete and you've done what I asked you to do, you get max points. So you're really not at risk. The only thing that remains this semester that will be graded on the basis of me carefully and thoughtfully evaluating each contribution will be the actual final business plan itself. So the gradebook will be operative soon. Just as a reminder, the drafts are all pass-fail. So if you follow instructions, if you do what I ask you to do and submit the drafts in a timely manner, you're in a max points environment until we get to the actual business plan. Now, my comments about end of semester, it remains as originally scheduled. I want to mention something too, and that is, I'm not going to be interacting with you in video sessions like I might in, say, a Principles of Management class where I still have 10 or 12 chapters that I have to work through the kids with. And for that reason, I invite you to communicate with me as often as you need to. It's likely that whatever we need to talk about, we can competently deal with in an email format, but if it becomes complex or extremely lengthy or something like that, I'll give you my cell phone and we'll link up and address whatever's going on. So I just want you to communicate with me as often as you feel necessary. Typically the email will be the best channel, but we can adapt if we need to. So I expected this to be a short video for a variety of reasons, and it is, and I'm done. So I love you, be safe, and we will interact, but it will just be electronically. Have a wonderful day.